If you reach a certain point where you don't know if someone is telling the truth, even about the basic stuff, run. This is an indication that this person is not to be trusted. Personally, I like peace of mind. If I'm with you as a friend or as a partner, I want to be able to sleep at night, not worrying about the stuff you tell me that they are true or not. So I truly hope that the message I'm sharing inspires and motivates you to improve your life. Now let's get to the point. All right, welcome back to another episode of ToDaPointPodcast. And if you're new, welcome. Today's topic is about 4 red flags when it comes to dating and friendships. So, the reason I want to address this topic today is because I want to make you aware of how important it is to get to know someone, aka the vetting period, before you decide to open up your heart completely. So, I don't know about you, but I was raised to see the goodness in people, and it's a good thing. At the same time, if you're being too naive and believe that everyone has the same good intentions as you, this can get you into a lot of messed up situations. So that's why it's important to do your best to get to know someone very well before you decide to consider them a potential partner or friend. This prevents painful heartbreaks. So before we get into the 4 red flags to pay attention to, I want to say that it's important to address the issue before you decide to do anything drastic like cutting someone off. And depending on their response or reaction, when you address the issue, you can decide whether or not it's a good idea to stay in contact with that person. Another important thing is you have to know what your boundaries are, also known as your non-negotiables, meaning what you're willing to accept and what you're not willing to accept. This makes the selection process way easier because if you find someone that doesn't correspond to what you want and need, then you know that this person is not a match for you, whether it be someone you want to date or a friendship. So for example, let's say you're looking for a serious relationship and you get to know someone and this person tells you, I'm not looking for a relationship, I'm just looking to have fun. This tells you that you're not a match. So you have no business continuing talking to this person, knowing damn well that they don't want the same, you don't want the same things. And if you choose to do so, this will cause you to get hurt in the end. Because 99% of the time, you cannot change what someone else wants. And that's why the vetting period is important, because you utilize this time to see if this person is a match or not. So without further ado, let's get into the first red flag to pay attention to when it comes to dating and friendships. And that is flaky behavior, also known as blowing you off, not showing up, or keep you waiting. Personally, something I freaking hate. Look, I get it. You can get a flat tire, miss your bus, your train, whatever. Sometimes shit just happens. But if someone is constantly canceling dates, not showing up, or disappearing and then reappearing as if nothing happened, that's an issue. Someone who behaves like that is not dependable. And unless you don't mind your time being wasted, then you have nothing to worry about. But since you're watching this video, I suppose you don't like your time being wasted. So you need to address this issue. Personally, I do it once, twice, if you're lucky. And if nothing changes, it's time to move on. And you should consider this too. Look, the thing is, if someone values you, values your time, they will not do anything crazy to risk losing you. So pay attention to this. So like I said before, address the issue. And if nothing changes, you know it's time to move on. Red flag number 2 is last minute dates. Look, there's a difference between being spontaneous and surprising someone with like a cute picnic or inviting someone out to a movie or something like that. That's perfectly fine. But pay attention to when someone is constantly hitting you up last minute. Because I can guarantee you that 99% of the time, you are a backup plan. They had other plans, those plans fell through, and they decided to hit you up because it is convenient to them. If you don't want to be treated like a casual hookup, decline the last minute dates. Do not accept them. Address the issue. Tell them how you want to be treated. Again, once, maybe twice. If nothing changes, get the hell out of the situation. Alright, so let's move on to red flag number 3. Like I said in most of my videos, everything is energy. So when you're interacting with someone, you feel their vibe and you notice whether it's a good or a negative thing, right? So when you're interacting with someone, pay attention to how you feel, before, during, and after the interaction. If most of the times you're feeling sad, not good enough, drained, all sorts of negative feelings due to something they do, this is a sign that your gut feeling is telling you that this is probably a toxic connection. Alright, so pay attention to that. It's normal for someone to be off every once in a while because we're not robots, right? Sometimes you feel better in your skin, other times you feel a little bit messed up. That's okay. But if on a regular basis, let's say 80% of the time you're feeling drained and you're feeling negative, it might be a sign that this is not the right match for you when it comes to dating or friendships. Move on. Sometimes, you know what? No, not sometimes. It's never good to force things. If your body is telling you that this is not good for you, get out. It prevents lots of pain, trust me. Alright, number 4 is substance abuse. Look, we all have beers, maybe a wine here and there. Some people even like to smoke, to each their own. But what I'm talking about here is excessive substance abuse and especially hard drugs, alright? Look, when someone is using drugs and on a regular basis, it just means that they want to escape their reality. This tells you that this person is not able to address their issues. They're running away from whatever they're experiencing. People who use drugs on a regular basis are not stable. And I'm not here to judge, it's the truth. They're not stable, alright? They do crazy shit, meaning if you hang out with them, you can get yourself into messed up situations. Because depending on the substance, any relationship or friendship that has drugs involved in it can turn toxic really quick. If you want a life full of drama, I suggest you stay. But if you don't want a life full of drama, if you want to be drama-free, do not get into a relationship or friendship with people who use excessively on a regular basis. This is an indication that someone is struggling with controlling their impulses and they indulge in self-destructive habits. So choose wisely. Those were the 4 red flags, but I want to add another one. Just popped up in my head, and that is lying. And if you say you never lie, you're a liar. So you have like white lies and black lies. White lies are small, insignificant lies. For example, someone asks you, what do you think of the shirt that I'm wearing? You don't want to hurt their feelings, and you tell them, it looks good on you, because you don't want them to feel bad about themselves. I'm not saying that's good, but that is a white lie. You're protecting the other person's feelings, or sometimes you protect your own feelings by telling a white lie. On the other hand, a black lie is a lie that is intentionally being used to manipulate or hurt someone else. If someone lies on a regular basis, that's an issue. I always say it's a preview of what's coming next, especially in the beginning phases, alright? If you reach a certain point where you don't know if someone is telling the truth, even about the basic stuff, run. This is an indication that this person is not to be trusted. Personally, I like peace of mind. If I'm with you as a friend or as a partner, I want to be able to sleep at night, not worrying about the stuff you tell me that they are true or not. So lying will not contribute into my peace of mind. So if someone is lying constantly, move on to save yourself headaches. Anyway, that was the video for today. If you found value, please like, share, and subscribe. Also, comment in the comment section and tell me some of the things you pay attention to and that you consider red flags. Alright, thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.